Welcome to this special deep dive, tailored just for you.
Hi there.
Today, we're really plunging into the latest, most exciting news from the gaming world, specifically from June 17th, 2025.
Yeah, and our goal today, we're taking, this whole stack of recent announcements, reports,
Everything.
everything, consoles, stock market stuff,
Mm.
new in-game content, and we're going to pull out the key insights.
Right, just what you need to know without getting bogged down.
Exactly, your shortcut to being really clued in.
Absolutely. And we've got some fascinating updates on, like, the future of hardware,
Mm,
a look at why some big gaming companies are just soaring right now.
Yeah.
And, of course, a rundown of new stuff you can actually play, like right now or very soon.
We'll flag those strategic shifts, those big record-breaking moments, and the details that really matter.
Help you connect the dots.
Precisely. See what's shaping the whole gaming landscape right now.
Okay, so let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
All right, let's kick things off with console news. And honestly, this is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Definitely.
We've got major updates on both Sony's PlayStation 6 and Microsoft's next-gen Xbox.
Yeah, the two big players.
And it really feels like they're charting pretty different paths forward, setting up a bit of a showdown, maybe?
Seems like it. Different philosophies, for sure.
Okay, so on Sony's side,
Yeah.
there's been buzz about a potential PS6 launch in, what, 2027?
Yeah, that's the rumor mill churning.
Right. But CEO Hideaki Nishino, he came out and strongly reaffirmed their commitment to, like, traditional console gaming.
Doubling down on the box itself.
Exactly. Their strategy seems heavily focused on subscriptions, PS Plus and microtransactions. Those are the key pillars.
Right, for revenue, for engagement, keep people in their ecosystem.
And even with cloud gaming getting bigger, Sony seems focused on just evolving that classic dedicated console experience.
Interesting. Sticking to what they know works, maybe.
Perhaps. Now, compare that to Microsoft. Xbox president Sarah Bond. She just confirmed a new Xbox is officially in development,
Okay, confirmation. Good.
partnering with AMD for the hardware, which isn't too surprising.
Standard practice there.
But here's the really pivotal part, I think. This new Xbox. It will support multiple digital stores.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, she said it's not locked to a single store. That feels like a huge shift towards openness,
Flexibility. That is a big deal. More like a PC model almost.
kind of.
Yeah.
And crucially, they're also promising full backward compatibility with the existing Xbox library.
Which is always a big plus for players with existing libraries.
Definitely saves the wallet.
So you've got Sony digging deeper into their, let's say, curated garden.
Right.
Versus Microsoft pushing for this multi-store openness plus the backward compatibility. I mean, what does that really suggest about their long-term visions?
That's a fundamental split, isn't it?
It really is. It's not just about the hardware specs anymore. Sony seems to be betting that premium exclusive content and services within their controlled space will keep players loyal.
The traditional playbook may be refined.
Kind of. But Microsoft's open strategy, that could be a play to attract way more developers, maybe democratize access a bit more.
Like you said, more like PC gaming.
Exactly. It could potentially broaden the appeal significantly. It feels like a real battle for, well, the soul of the platform almost.
Soul of the platform. That's a good way to put it. Okay, so that's the long-term strategy battle.
Yeah.
But how does the market react, like right now, to actual results?
The instant feedback loop.
Exactly. And the stock market today gave us some pretty incredible answers. Shows just how much impact these moves and, maybe more importantly, tangible successes can have. Almost immediately.
Right, the numbers don't lie, especially to investors.
Okay, example one, Nintendo. Their stock surged almost 4% today. Hit $21.60.
Nearly 4%, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty solid jump.
And this was directly fueled by, just record-breaking sales of the Switch 2.
The new console launch.
Yeah, it sold 3.5 million units in 4 days,
3.5 million, wow.
making it the fastest-selling console ever.
That's a staggering launch number. Faster than the original Switch. Faster than PS5.
Apparently so. Fastest ever. Just think about that momentum.
Incredible. Okay, who else?
And then there's Roblox. Totally different space, but similar story.
Right, the platform.
Their stock reached a multi-year high, $101.40.
Over $100, okay.
And this boost came from the huge popularity of one specific experience, Grow a Garden.
I heard about this. The numbers were crazy.
16 million concurrent users.
16 million. at the same time.
In one virtual garden space, apparently. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, those numbers are definitely impressive. But, like, what's the deeper insight here? Good numbers make stock go up, sure, but
Right, there's more to it.
I think so. It's how fast and how directly the market is reacting to real-time player engagement.
Ah, okay. Not just quarterly reports.
Exactly. It's not just about shipping units anymore, like with Nintendo, although that helps. It's also about this massive concurrent player count in Roblox. It's like an immediate vote of confidence from the actual users.
So investors are watching active players just as much as sales figures.
It really seems that way. It suggests the focus is shifting, maybe from just sales cycles to the, like, ongoing health and vitality of a game's ecosystem.
The power of the community and the content itself.
Right. That raw power to move a company's valuation, like, right now, today.
That makes a lot of sense. It's about keeping people playing today.
Precisely.
And speaking of keeping players engaged, there is, as always, a constant flood of new content hitting those live service games. Stuff for you to actually dive into.
Always something new. Keeps things fresh.
So for PlayStation Plus members, Extra, and Premium tiers today, June 17th, some new titles just hit the game catalog.
Okay, what do we got?
Notable ones include FBC Firebreak. That's a highly anticipated indie shooter, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Heard good things about that one.
And also, Battlefield 2042 is now in the catalog.
Okay, big AAA shooter joining the list. Good value there.
Definitely. Then, looking ahead slightly, Overwatch 2. Season 17 launches next week, June 24th.
Always a big event for Overwatch players.
And this one looks packed. They're not just adding a few things. We've got the revamped Stadium mode.
Right, the Lucio Ball replacement, kinda?
Sort of, but with new heroes like Junkrat, Sigma, Zenyatta allowed in.
Okay, mixing it up.
2 totally new maps, Esperanza and Samoa.
Nice. New locations.
Plus, a Stadium Forge creation suite, Flashpoint mode, is being added. A dynamic map voting system.
Wow, they are really loading this season up.
They really are. And cosmetics, of course.
Yeah.
New 8-bit skins, Academy skins, Mythic Harang Diva, Steel Death Reaper.
The usual drip feed of cosmetics to chase.
Exactly. Oh, and a new limited-time 6v6 mode called Hacks and Hijinks.
Sounds chaotic.
Probably. And they've teased collaborations, too. Nerf and G.I. Joe.
Nerf and G.I. Joe and Overwatch. Okay, that's unexpected.
A little random, maybe, but intriguing.
Definitely keeps you guessing. What else?
Okay, shift gears again. GTA 5 Online. Big update today called Money Fronts.
Ah, keeping GTA Online going strong.
Still printing money, yeah. This update adds new laundering business fronts. Things like car washes.
Okay, expanding the criminal enterprises?
Yeah, plus new vehicles, enhanced criminal gameplay,
Yeah.
and they specifically said it's inspired by series like Breaking Bad.
Leaning into that theme makes sense for GTA.
Totally. And one more quick one. Garena Free Fire Max players.
Popular mobile title.
New redeem codes are live today, June 17th. Offers free diamonds, skins, weapons, outfits, the usual freebies.
Always good to grab those if you play.
But remember, first 500 users only, they last 24 hours. And you need a registered social account. No guest logins allowed.
Gotta be quick and logged in.
Yep. And they also mentioned their OB50 Advanced server is coming in July, so more testing on the way.
Okay, so that's a lot of updates across different games.
It really is.
And it just highlights again this ongoing evolution of live service games, doesn't it?
How crucial these updates are.
Absolutely. You know, those games designed to be constantly updated post-launch, these content injections, new modes, characters, cosmetics, they're the lifeblood.
Keeps players coming back.
Keeps them engaged, keeps them spending, potentially. It's not just random stuff, it's a strategic necessity for these games.
To maintain that player base, keep that long tail.
And, like we talked about, directly feeding into that perceived value, maybe even those stock prices. It all connects.
Right. It's all part of the same ecosystem. Okay, so pulling it all together, what does this all mean for you, the gamer listening right now?
Well, if we connect all these dots, we're seeing this really striking divergence in console strategies, Sony versus Microsoft, that could genuinely define the next generation.
Big picture stuff.
Definitely. Then we see clear proof of how compelling content and just strong community engagement directly impacts market success, like immediately.
The Nintendo and Roblox examples.
Exactly. And finally, just this constant stream of new experiences in the live service games you might already be playing. It's essential for keeping you hooked.
So whether you're like watching the stock market,
Or maybe you're deep in the console wars debates.
or maybe you're just looking for the next fun thing to play tonight.
Yeah. Today's news really has something for everyone.
You can literally go check out those new PS Plus titles right now.
Or mark your calendar for Overwatch 2 Season 17 next week.
Or maybe try and be one of those first 500 to snag the Free Fire Noctis codes.
Lots of immediate takeaways, and of course for those already thinking about their next big console purchase.
Yeah.
Well, the discussions around the PS6 and that next-gen Xbox, they are definitely heating up. The battle lines are being drawn quite clearly now.
Okay, so as you mull over all these insights, here's something to think about, a final provocative thought for you.
All right, let's hear it.
How might these differing strategies, Sony's more traditional curated walled garden approach versus Microsoft's big push for multi-store openness, how might that fundamentally shape which platform ultimately attracts the broadest base of developers and players in this coming console generation? Who wins